Alright guys, what is up? I wanted to come to you guys tonight with my Smackdown Live review. Let's jump right into this show tonight. Tonight was the WWE Draft, as we all know. The draft was alright. The draft started off the show. The draft was alright. And I didn't really expect much of it. I didn't really expect much from the draft. I thought the draft was okay. Was it a shock? No, it was not a shock. Was the draft good? It was decent. I'll give it that. It was decent. It wasn't great. It was decent at best. I wasn't shocked by it. I wasn't thrilled by it. Um, the one main focus I wanted to see where Sasha Banks went. That was my main focus. Sasha Banks got drafted to SmackDown, which is awesome. I'm happy about that. So we're gonna be seeing Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks on SmackDown. That's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks. That is going to tear the damn house down. I can't wait to see that. But Sasha Banks is staying on SmackDown. That's great. The draft, the first night was decent. I didn't expect much from it. I thought the draft was decent at best. I thought it was just decent. So, all right, now let's jump into the matches to start off SmackDown Live tonight. To start off SmackDown, we have Big E versus Sheamus and a Falls Count Anywhere match. This was probably the best match of the night tonight on SmackDown Live between Sheamus and Big E in a Falls Count Anywhere match. This match probably was the best match of the night. This match was pretty good. I mean, was it on the level of Cody and Brody? No, it was nowhere near that. But this match between Big E and Sheamus tonight in a Falls Count Anywhere match was decent. It was a decent match. This was a really decent match, but it wasn't nowhere near what Cody and Brody did on AEW. It was nowhere near that. This match between Sheamus and Big E tonight on SmackDown Live in this Falls Count Anywhere match, it was decent. It was a decent match. It was alright. I thought it was probably the best match of the night in my opinion. This match between Sheamus and Big E was probably the best match of the night. I thought this match was decent between Sheamus and Big E in this Falls Count Anywhere match tonight on SmackDown Live. I thought this match was decent overall. They both beat the heck out of each other. Both put each other through a pretty decent match. They put each other through 2 car windshields, and then Big E put Sheamus through a table to end the match. So this was a pretty decent match between Sheamus and Big E tonight on SmackDown Live in this Falls Count Anywhere match. This match was probably the best match of the night. It was decent for what it was. It wasn't the best match, but it was a decent match overall for what it was. And Big E ended up picking up the win over Sheamus in this Falls Count Anywhere match tonight on SmackDown Live, which I thought was decent at best. And then we had Miz and Morrison versus Jeff Hardy and Matt Riddle. I didn't really care for this tag team match. I didn't really care for it. I'm kind of sick and tired of tag team matches at this point. I'm over the tag team matches. I'm kind of over it. I don't really care about tag team wrestling. I'm sorry. I'm kind of over tag team wrestling. I'm burnt out on it. I really am. I am burnt out on tag team wrestling. I just am. I hate to say that because I love Jeff Hardy and I love Matt Riddle. But the thing is, I'm just burnt out on tag team wrestling altogether. I'm burnt out on it, and that's the way I feel. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Jeff Hardy. I'm a huge fan of Matt Riddle, but this tag team match I didn't really care much for. But with Matt Hardy and Jeff and with Matt Hardy and I mean not Matt Hardy, but Jeff Hardy with Jeff Hardy and Matt Riddle versus Miz and Morrison. I don't care. I mean, Jeff Hardy and Matt Riddle beat Miz and Morrison. I don't care at this point. I don't know what they're feuding for. I don't know why these two are feuding. I don't understand why these tag teams are feuding with each other. It really doesn't make sense to why Jeff Hardy and Matt Riddle are feuding with Miz and Morrison. I don't get where this is going. I don't understand what they're feuding for or what they're feuding over. So I don't really care about this tag team match tonight with Jeff Hardy and Matt Riddle versus Miz and Morrison tonight on SmackDown Live. I just didn't care for it, to be honest. I just don't care. I mean, and Jeff Hardy and Matt Riddle pick up the win over Miz and Morrison tonight on SmackDown Live. Now, let's get the elephant out of the room. Let's talk about the elephant in the room right now. I'm fixing to blow. I'm fixing to. My temper is through the roof about this match. Bayley versus Sasha Banks. My God, can Sasha get buried any more than what she really is? Can Sasha get buried even more? If this says that Vince McMahon does not care about Sasha Banks, I do not know what does. Tonight, this match between Bayley and Sasha Banks tonight on SmackDown for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship, this match went 10 seconds. This match went about 30 seconds. About 30 seconds at that. This match between Sasha Banks and Bayley tonight on SmackDown Live for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship went for 30 seconds. This match was over just like that. Can anyone explain to me how this makes Sasha look good? How does Sasha look good when she gets hit with a steel chair? How does this make Sasha look good? This match went 30 seconds. This match didn't last 30 seconds. If that doesn't say Vince doesn't give a damn about Sasha, I don't know what does. Sasha is buried. She's buried, folks. I'm telling you. Sasha is so far buried. I don't give a damn about this feud between Sasha and Bayley anymore. I don't care. I don't care about it. I don't care who wins at Hell in a Cell between Bayley and Sasha. I just do not care. Sasha is buried. They buried her tonight. 30 seconds, folks. 30 seconds is what Vince McMahon thinks of Sasha Banks. 30-second match with Bayley tonight on SmackDown Live for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. If you guys do not think Sasha is buried after tonight, I don't know what you guys are thinking. I mean, Sasha Banks in a 30-second match, she gets hit with a steel chair, and the match goes to disqualification. What is that? You take Sasha and you put her in this profile match for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. In 30 seconds, you bury her. She's buried. You buried Sasha within 30 seconds. Sasha's buried. I don't care who wins between Sasha and Bayley at Hell in a Cell. I don't care anymore. This feud sucks. This feud has dragged out forever. I don't care anymore. I do not care. This feud between Bayley and Sasha sucks. This feud sucks. Sasha got buried tonight. Within 30 seconds, you would have blinked an eye. You would have missed it. Sasha Banks got buried. Sasha Banks is buried. She gets hit with a steel chair. The match ends. The match ends in 30 seconds. Sasha wins by disqualification. but you bury Sasha. So does it really matter? Sasha, I mean, you buried Sasha within a snap of a finger. If you would have snapped your fingers, you would have missed this match between Bayley and Sasha Banks tonight on SmackDown Live. You would have missed it. Sasha is buried. Vince McMahon brought her back just to bury her. All this, Sasha was angry. She went away angry. She came back because she wasn't happy. And look what happens now. Sasha is still getting buried. After going away because she wasn't happy, Sasha went away and then she came back. It's the same old thing. Sasha's getting buried. Same old thing. Nothing has changed, folks. Bayley beat Sasha by disqualification tonight on SmackDown Live by hitting Sasha with a steel chair. I don't care. And then we had the main event. Then we had the New Day beat the New Day beat Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. Do you care? I don't. And then in the main event, we had Alexa Bliss and The Fiend stare at each other to close the show. That's the only thing that was interesting about this show was the stare with the Fiend and Alexa Bliss staring at each other to close the show. That was the only thing that was good at the end of the show was Alexa Bliss and The Fiend staring at each other to close the show. That's it. So overall, I'm going to give SmackDown Live a 1 out of 10. This show was just The draft was The draft wasn't that great. It was decent at best. This show was just mediocre for me. I didn't really care for it. It was alright. I guess if you guys enjoyed it, more power to you. I didn't. The only thing that was good about SmackDown Live tonight was at the end of the show when Alexa Bliss and The Fiend stared at each other to close SmackDown Live tonight. That was the only thing good at the end of the show. Other than that, this show was mediocre. This show was The draft was I didn't care for it. The draft was mediocre at best. And the New Day beat Cesaro and Nakamura for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships, in which I said I don't care. I don't care about the New Day beating Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro tonight on SmackDown Live for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. And then the New Day gets drafted. Xavier and Kofi gets drafted to Monday Night Raw with the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. That's another thing I don't understand. How does this make sense? You have the SmackDown Tag Team Championships on Monday Night Raw along with the Raw Tag Team Championships. Now, Raw is going to have two championships. They're going to have the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships, and they're going to have the Monday Night Raw Tag Team Championships. How does this make any sense? You drafted Kofi and Xavier Woods over to Monday Night Raw with the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships when you already have the Street Profits on Monday Night Raw with the Raw Tag Team Championships. This does not make sense. I don't understand this. Why would you do that? Why would you draft the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships over to Monday Night Raw when you already have the Street Profits on Monday Night Raw with the Raw Tag Team Championships? Why would you do this? That doesn't make any sense. So SmackDown is going to have no Tag Team Championships to fight over. SmackDown Live has no Tag Team Championships to fight over. Because the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships were drafted to Monday Night Raw along with the Street Profits, who were already the Raw Tag Team Champions. So how does this make any sense? you have the SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions and Xavier Woods and Big E carrying the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships over to Monday Night Raw, when you, along with the Street Profits, who are the Raw Tag Team Champions. That doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. SmackDown Live has no Tag Team Championships to feud over, because now the two-thirds of the New Day has been drafted over to Monday Night Raw with the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. You left SmackDown with no Tag Team Champions. That does not make any sense. So overall, I'm gonna give SmackDown a 1 out of 10. The best part of the show was when Alexa Bliss and The Fiend stared each other down at the end of the show. That was the best thing about SmackDown Live tonight. I'm really interested in The Fiend and Alexa Bliss storyline. I'm interested in that. I want to see where this storyline goes between Alexa Bliss and The Fiend on SmackDown Live. I want to see where this storyline goes between these two, because I'm interested in this storyline between Alexa Bliss and The Fiend. So overall, I'm going to give SmackDown Live a 1 out of 10. If you guys enjoyed this SmackDown Live review, hit that thumbs up. It helps my YouTube channel in the YouTube algorithm. You guys make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell for all notifications. I would appreciate it. So guys, I'm going to give SmackDown Live a 1 out of 10 tonight. The best thing about SmackDown Live tonight was the end of the show, when The Fiend and Alexa Bliss stared at each other to close the show. That was the best thing about SmackDown Live tonight. Overall, SmackDown Live was eh. The draft was eh. I mean, it was decent at best. Overall, SmackDown Live just didn't do anything for me. If you guys enjoyed SmackDown Live tonight, God bless you. The only thing good about SmackDown Live tonight was at the end of the show when you had The Fiend and Alexa Bliss stare at each other to close the show. That was the best thing about SmackDown Live tonight. Overall, SmackDown Live was a 1 out of 10 for me. If you guys enjoyed SmackDown Live tonight, God bless you. And I hope you guys enjoyed this SmackDown Live review tonight as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you guys. So thank you guys for watching this SmackDown Live review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the Georgia and Tennessee stream. I'll see you then. You guys have a great night. I love you guys. And I hope you guys have a blessed night. I'll see you guys later, man. Much love, guys.